if you have a spiritual connection with someone, or you feel that there is a spiritual base or a deistic reason why you communicate with somebody, albeit you have some calling or there's some basis of belief that you share with them, if they tell you some shit that's just completely out of whack, how are you supposed to respond? Should you respond lovingly, like telling them where you're coming from and that you perceive what they've told you as being out of fucking whack, and offer to help them get back on track? Or do you just fucking cut that loose, recognizing like a red flag? Whoa. This is my question that I have. Because I sort of had this experience. Now, people are all different types of ways, because you have to recognize the world that we live in. People are more or less always trying to seek approval. They want to be approved. People have a lot of self-esteem issues, which means, depending on a lot of factors, they'll just go with whatever the fuck is, you know? And if you were to judge somebody on that being their characteristic, you might get it wrong, you know? Like a psychopath who wants to fucking torture people might have other people do torture, but the actual real sick fuck would be the person who craves that torture, whereas most people just go along with shit that may not be in their best interest. You know, if someone's fucking... Does that make sense, what I'm trying to say? Like me, most of the things that really fuck me up, rub me wrong, piss me off, or get a bad response out of me, I don't interact with them anymore. I'm by myself. I don't have... But at the same time, I want to go forward in the future where I can co-create better, coordinate, and cooperate as someone who's, you know, reforming my own process. So why I say that is because of, like I said, there's someone who I have a strong reaction to, but for whatever reason, it seems like someone else is sort of pulling them by the nose. You know what I mean? Because if they were walking their actual walk, then they might see what they said to have done and was doing as all out of fucking whack. Some things just don't jive together. You know what I mean? Being spiritual and like having a calling for the Lord and stuff like that, where you want to do stuff, there's certain things that you're not doing. You know what I mean? I'm not saying that like a heroin addict can't have a passionate relationship with God, but there's just certain mentalities and modes of behavior that just are not in line with being sacred, if that makes sense. That's what I'm trying to get across. Because I'm having a difficult time. They kind of fucked me up with that one. You know, I think it's really just based in their being sort of moved and not being, I think if they were being the leader that I think they could be, or at least they are trying to be. You know, some people are just, they're so mouthy and loud that, and it's because they're not sure of themselves. So they're all, oh, you're this and that, oh, blah, blah. They don't even know what the fuck they have going on, rather than shut the fuck up. And it's sad because that's the type of people that are having everybody lockstep, because they're the ones that point out everyone's insecurities, and they're the one that's insecure themselves and will fucking do any old fucking thing somebody leads them into. And rather than, you know, I think the person is on the borderline of being the worst form of human shit that causes other people to follow wrong, as opposed to activating and fucking being who they're supposed to be. Because I think I need people like that to bring me into my alignment. So I'm trying to figure out how to get this person into their alignment, because they've had a lot of bullshit ass reasons to isolate or to buffer themselves away from a genuine connection with the self, and basically just showed that they don't even have a genuine connection for their own self-worth, much less an understanding of where the fuck I'm at. Anyway, likes, thoughts, please subscribe. But if you have any thoughts, please comment below.